Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? I'm Rebecca Felgate and today we are talking the top 10 celebrity rivalries. So basically these are celebrities who are competing with one another for the same objective or for superiority in the same field of activity. So this is not quite the same as feuds, but there definitely is a little bit of an element of that. In at number 10, who'da thunk it, we have Ice-T versus Soulja Boy. What bigger rivalry than the fight to produce the best and most relevant hip-hop? Whilst many hip-hop artists have been known to be locked in bitter rivalries, I think that we were all confused in the summer of 2008 when 80s legend Ice-T hurled insults at DeAndre Cortez Way, aka Soulja Boy. Now this all went down on DJ Cisco's Urban Legend mixtape. Ice-T said, "Soulja Boy, I know you're young enough to be my kid, but you single-handedly killed hip-hop." He went on to say, "That is such garbage. You can't do that. We came all the way from Rakim, all the way from Das EFX, and you come out with that Superman." Seemingly it was unprovoked. Soulja Boy retorted by mocking the fact that Ice-T was born before the internet, which, lol. The pair then exchanged frankly hilarious videos. Guys, can we just be friends? Thanks. So even weirder than Ice-T's random beef with Soulja Boy is Martha Stewart's sweet as a poison pie crust attack on Gwyneth Paltrow. Food feud. That's right, in at number 9 we have Martha Stewart versus Gwyneth Paltrow. Unlikely rivals Martha and Gwyneth came to blows when Gwyneth started her lifestyle website Goop. In an interview, Martha was asked what she thought of Gwyneth's entry into the genre, to which she retorted with, "I think that I started this whole category of lifestyle. The sass." Then, a year later, she publicly said that Gwyneth needs to be quiet as she's a movie star. She said if she was confident in her acting, she would be trying to be Martha Stewart. Again, the sass. To which Gwyneth replied, "If I'm really honest, I'm so psyched that she actually sees us as competition. I really am." Gwyneth then turned up the heat by hiring Martha's former CEO. Enraged, Martha then made a play on Gwyneth's infamous conscious uncoupling by calling a Thanksgiving post conscious coupling. It wasn't over there. Gwyneth fought back by posting a recipe for a jailbird cake. A pair of rivals who exchanged more than just a war of words up next. In at number 8, we have Piers Morgan versus Jeremy Clarkson. Piers Morgan is a 50-something British journalist and television personality. Jeremy Clarkson is a 50-something British journalist and television personality. Whilst I would like to think that this wouldn't be enough to spark a bitter rivalry, these two have just way too much testosterone that they were bound to lock horns at some point. In 2004, Jeremy, the former host of Top Gear, punched Piers, the former host of Britain's Got Talent. He punched him right in the face at the British Television Awards. Jeremy responded by saying, "I don't get on with Piers Morgan, the editor of the Daily Mirror, and I punched him." He said that it was the first time that he'd ever hit anyone, but as we all know, it absolutely wasn't the last. Two rivals who didn't ask to be rivals, but find themselves constantly pitted against one another as love rivals for Zayn Malik. In at number 7, we have Gigi Hadid versus Perrie Edwards. So I'm a fan of both Perrie Edwards, the former flame of Zayn Malik, and Gigi Hadid, his current on-off girlfriend. But you do have to admit that they do look quite similar. I guess Zayn kinda likes blondes. Zayn broke up with the Little Mix singer in 2015 following his equally dramatic split from One Direction. He soon started dating Gigi and even made her the star of his music video for his debut solo song Pillow Talk, which was presumably written about Perrie. The media make a whole deal out of the girls' similar hairstyles and clothes that they choose to wear, but they're both just young, beautiful, fashionable ladies doing their own thing, so maybe we shouldn't pit them against each other. Speaking of Zayn and people doing their own thing, of course our next rivalry at number 6 is Zayn Malik versus One Direction. So many were absolutely devastated about Zayn Malik's departure from One Direction. Initially all 5 put on a united front saying how they were still friends. However, it soon became clear that actually they were very much rivals. Things seemed much less than rosy in March 2015 as Louis Tomlinson had a Twitter spat with Zayn's record producer Naughty Boy. In May 2015, Zayn removed their images from his social media, which is probably a bit of a move. Anyway, this is about the rivalry rather than the feud. 1D released their final album Made in the AM before their hiatus in October, and then Zayn dropped Mind of Mine on the anniversary of his departure from One Direction. Both were chart toppers. Can't we all just be friends? fingers crossed for a reunion. Two guys who I'm not sure will ever be friends. In at number 5, we have Chris Brown versus Drake. So another pair of love rivals who, like Gigi and Perrie, dated the same person and looked kinda similar-ish from a passing glance. However, unlike Gigi and Perrie, they also work in the same industry as musical artists. Now this makes their rivalry even deeper. American singer and songwriter Chris Brown has famously split with Rihanna many times, and Rihanna has also been linked to Canadian singer and songwriter Drake. The pair have exchanged subtle and much less subtle insults over the years and even got into a physical fight in 2012. More music rivals up next, we have Nicki Minaj versus Miley Cyrus in at number 4. So it kind of started as a rivalry between Nicki and everyone who'd been nominated for the Video Music Award for Best Video. Nicki was upset that she wasn't nominated, and she tweeted saying, "If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, then you'll be nominated for Vid of the Year." Taylor Swift then responded by pointing out that it was unlike Nicki to pit women against each other. Then Miley Cyrus waded into the debate in an interview with The Times. During the interview, she said that Nicki's approach just wasn't very nice. Then, as Nicki accepted an unrelated award at the VMAs, she said, "And now, back to this that had a lot to say about me in the press. Miley, what's good?" Now this sent meme lords crazy everywhere. Nicki defended herself by saying that Miley loves to twerk with black men and women, but doesn't want to know how they feel about issues of racism. It's all a lot. I was happier when they were just twerk rivals. By the way, who do you guys think twerks better? I don't know. In at number 3, I'm really sad about this one, we have Calvin Harris versus Taylor Swift. This does make me pretty upset, as the pair were together for 15 months and were seemingly very happy dating a person in the same industry as them. The pair even recorded a song together, Calvin Harris's recent hit, This Is What You Came For, with Taylor originally collaborating under a pseudonym, Niels Schulberg. Rumour has it that Taylor was very upset when a video was posted of Calvin saying that he couldn't see a collaboration with his girlfriend happening, because I guess it already had. The pair soon broke up, and it emerged that she had actually co-written the track with him, peaking at number 3 on the US Billboard charts. Calvin then took to Twitter to say that her team were trying to make him look bad by confirming that she co-wrote the song. Calvin even swung way below the belt by tweeting, "I won't let you bury me like your friend Katy." Ouch. So guys, speaking of Katy Perry, let's not forget where the original bad blood lies. In at number 2, of course we have Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry. So Taylor Swift and Katy Perry were very good friends before they became bitter rivals. So who knows exactly what sparked the drama, but what we do know is that Katy Perry dated Taylor Swift's ex, John Mayer, and then she tried to hire 3 of Taylor Swift's backing dancers from Swift's Red Tour to dance in her Prismatic tour instead. Now this would have meant that they would have had to leave the Red Tour before it was over. It all started to publicly unfold as Katy tweeted, "Watch out for the Regina George in sheep's clothing." Meanwhile, Taylor Swift said in an interview she was penning a song about someone she suspected she may be straight up enemies with. She said this person had tried to hire a bunch of people out from under her. No prizes for guessing who that was. Thus, bad blood and the following pop star wars began, and I guess here we are now, heading into the number 1 spot. So we are there. What number 1 celebrity rivalry could we have possibly chosen? Guys, it has to be Kardashian West versus everybody. Have you guys seen those t-shirts that say Toronto versus everybody, Chicago versus everybody? Why has no one made Kardashian West versus everybody? Because this is literally the situation. You ain't no one unless you have been compared to or even come to blows with a Kardashian or a West. Or I guess even a Jenner. Taylor Swift, Amber Rose, Blac Chyna, Chloe Grace Moretz, Jon Hamm, Bette Midler. The list of celebrity rivalries versus the Kardashians is endless. Who's the queen of Instagram? Who has the best boobs, the best butt, the biggest results from that trusty waist trainer? Who dated who first? Who wore it better? Who made which famous? Who knows? So if you're a Kardashian, a West, a Jenner, you're pretty much everybody's rival. Such is the world of celebrity, I guess. So that was the top 10 biggest celebrity rivalries. Did I leave anyone out? Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you guys like celebrity videos? Do you want to see us make more? Please leave some suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below, and I'll try and respond to as many as I can. For now, I've been Rebecca Felgate. You guys can catch up with me on Twitter and Instagram, and my own YouTube channel, Rebecca Felgate Official. But for now, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who you think will find it interesting, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10. And I will see you honeys next time.